We have been building to this for a couple weeks now, and I think those of you who have been following along are going to be a little bit surprised at number 3. It is finally time to get the Purple Room's first top list under our belts, and it is the top 5 best Aramid fiber cases for the Galaxy Z Fold 7. I did spend some time devising a rating system and then adjusting it for Aramid fiber based on protection, comfort, MagSafe stuff, wireless charging, and style. So let's dive right in. So coming in at number 5 is the Raptic Aramid fiber case. Now, for those of you who've seen the full reviews, you are familiar with a lot of stuff I'm going to be saying, like the faces and the noises I make when I hear a snap that good. That snaps in there so well. It's so snugly in there, and I am glad that landed on the back because there is no front piece in this case. One consideration. Another is this case did not get the Qi 2 charging. And other than that, its MagSafe capability was kind of average. It's average to decent. It does come in some designs that I quite like. This is the one I went with because I very much liked it. And I even do like where they have their branding here in the metal. I think that's kind of cool. But it is just a front piece, and that combined with the lack of Qi 2 charging did knock it down some places from where it could have been. Does have a hinge, or at least this version does, but it is hinge optional. There is an option without a hinge if that doesn't appeal to you. If you're just looking for a back piece only case with or without a hinge, and the Raptic designs speak to you, and you don't care about Qi 2 charging, the Raptic case could be the one for you. But for the Purple Room, it comes in at number 5. All right, so number 4. Pitaka. Now, Pitaka did get all the points it possibly could, and still could only come in 4th because it's only a back piece case. Nothing on the front, nothing on the hinge, or even possible on the hinge like the Raptic. So it's hard to score higher in the protection category. It does, however, come up in spades on style. It is extremely comfortable, and you can almost barely tell it's there. But it's got that nice 1500D Aramid fiber feel. It does all the MagSafe and wireless charging stuff just exactly how you want it to. In fact, it is an exceptionally strong MagSafe. It is not stickered on there at all, and I have no fear about the magnets coming off or about taking the case off of the phone. So that's exceptional. And if this was a top 5 best back piece only Aramid fiber cases, Pitaka would have come in first. This does feel like an excellent time to point out that Banks actually does sell their front piece separate from their back piece if you so choose. So if you did want a Pitaka case that had a front piece for Aramid fiber, that is an option for you. And this does also feel like an excellent time to point out that all of these cases are really good. If one speaks to you like you only want a back piece, you don't care about hinge or front piece, Pitaka. As long as whichever one you pick off of this list checks your boxes and fits your style, you're not going to go wrong. And that includes this honorable mention. What, Steve? Honorable mentions? That's right, fake viewer in my head. Honorable mention going to Samsung's official carbon fiber case, which is also back piece only. Unfortunately, it does not come with MagSafe and only comes in the one color. But that being said, if you like the straight up 600D Aramid fiber look and you don't care about MagSafe and you just want that back piece, this is an excellent case. In fact, it is thinner than every other carbon fiber case that I've looked at, coming in at just 0.03 something inches, 0.8 millimeters, just insanely thin. Now you might notice that I do have a small scratch on mine. I have no idea how that got there. I suspect it came to me like that. I suspect maybe someone else did a hardness test on it because I have been unable to replicate that scratch. So just ignore it. I will be sending this back. Excellent case. It just can't, it can't rank when it can't get protection or MagSafe or wireless charging points. If you feel like you've been getting value out of this list and enjoy the bonuses, go on and toss us a like and a subscribe. We like those at the channel. And if you have any disagreements about our ordering, and I keep using the plural when it's just me, but it makes me feel way more official. If you disagree with our ordering in any way, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what order you'd put everything in. Number 3, Mamumi. Mimumi, possibly. I'm not entirely certain. And I can hear you at home going, what? Again, I don't know why I give you this voice, but what? Steve, I didn't even see you review this case. That's true, because this one came in at the 11th hour and stole, without even feeling bad about it, stole Pataka's number 3 spot, kicked Pataka to 4th, which kicked Raptic to 5th, which kicked Nilkin off the list. So Nilkin, take it up with Mamumi, or Mimumi. It is a front and back piece case, no hinge protection, lots of very pretty designs. I went with this one. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I liked it, so I went with it. But it has a lot of very pretty designs. It did get a small ding on comfort because I feel like this this part right here by the buttons is raised up a little too far and a little too thin. Very mildly uncomfortable. And that's only when you're using the buttons, really. Not really a big thing, but not really something I had to consider with any of the other cases, so it lost a little bit of a point there. Also, its fit is a little strange compared to the other ones, and that is because I believe the opening for the camera is a little bit too wide for what the actual base of the camera lenses is. So it kind of slides back and forth if it's not stuck down. So definitely want to use your stickers on this one, just because you don't want any debris getting back there and getting rubbed against the case, which will almost certainly scratch it. So it picked up a lot of points in other categories, snagging at the number 3 spot. If you want to see more in-depth reviews of each case, all of those are down in the comments, as well as affiliate links to each of the items. Now, these do get the channel, meaning me, a small commission, and that is at no cost to you, so it does help us out a great deal, and I do appreciate you. Next up is the case I thought was going to come in first, but it got edged out at the last second, the Thinborn by Caseborn. Now, it is a 2-piece case, front and back, no hinge protection. That's where it lost out. But it does have the MagSafe. MagSafe is fairly strong and fairly able to hold on to the larger MagSafe accessories. It does the Qi 2 charging with no issue. It's one of the 600D Aramid Fiber Cases, so it does look a little more sleek, a little smoother. Not quite as protective, but the 600D versus the 1500D, that is kind of a personal preference. Now, if you are the kind of person who does not care about a hinge and actually would prefer to have this kind of form factor, go for it. It's a really good case. I love this case, to be honest with you. It looks sick as heck. And before we get to number 1, I have another honorable mention. Now, the honorable mentions don't have reviews down in the comments yet, but that will be updated as well as for Mamumi when those are live. The honorable mention of back piece case, it doesn't have hinge protection, but it's still incredibly good otherwise, but also didn't have MagSafe, so couldn't pick up any of those points, and thus got knocked straight off the list because of it. Later case. Later case comes in a variety of colors, and I can't get over how good the camera cutout is. Good Lord. That's gorgeous. Later case. Thank you. Just thank you. Look at that. That is so pretty. Every other designer, look at this. Do this. All right? Thank you. Front piece, back piece, lots of colors. Just exceptional looking. But, you know, thus is the way of things with Aramid Fiber, as I've come to really appreciate over the course of these past few weeks. Probably would have knocked poor Raptic straight out of this list if it had MagSafe. But again, when you can't get those points at all, it's rough. But if you don't care about MagSafe and you don't care about a hinge and you like their colors, and if you are absolutely in love with these amazing cutouts, just so well done. So well done. All right, now for number one. And if you have been following along this, you're not surprised by this at all. Banks. Such a nice looking case. It's the 1500D. It's got hinge protection, front piece, back piece, a little bit. It's funny, no one scored perfect because Banks did just lose a portion of a point, a portion of a portion of a portion of a point for its weirdness when it comes to Qi 2 charging. Like you have to put the charger on exactly the right way for it to Qi 2 charge, but it does. And you can see more about that in the full review. Just an incredible case. And it also comes with a screensaver to boot. It would have been a tiebreaker if Banks tied someone, but they didn't. Yeah, wow. Just incredible job on the Aramid Fiber case. Banks, I love it. And I look forward to giving one away soon to someone on the channel. That's right, we're going to have a giveaway soon. Details sometime in the future, as soon as I iron out exactly how to structure it and still be within YouTube's guidelines, because I don't want to run afoul of anybody. Until next time, this has been a Purple Room Top List. I have been Steve, and I will see you maybe there, but definitely in the next one.